What's going on, Bulls Nation? Happy Thursday. Welcome in to the CHGO Bulls Podcast. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I am Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. Joined by my guy, Big Dave. Bow, bow. BAWL Sports. Our pal and producer, Steven, on the controls. Will the GOAT Gottlieb still off, sitting in his chair, filling in. You know and love him. 15-year NBA vet, Flying Illini alum.
Hey.
Pre and post-game Bulls analysis on NBC Sports Chicago. Our former babysitter and our dear friend, the one and only Kendall Gill in the studio. Give it up, y'all.
I didn't know you were going to throw a babysitter in there.
Am I wrong?
No, you weren't wrong. I had to babysit you guys. I had to show you guys the ropes and everything.
You did.
But now you're doing a pretty good job. So we must have done our job.
I appreciate you
definitely.
Me and Will and
as we were walking you
Jason,
in, you were telling us just how hard and exhausting your dad life is that you're living these days.
God, man.
So what's harder, raising a couple of teenagers or raising me and Big Dave and Sabine?
you and Sabine and Big Dave. That's harder. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know, but raising my two boys, I mean, that's the hardest job I've ever had. But you know, like the old saying goes, you know, it's the toughest job you ever loved. It is, man. You know, and I've only got a couple more years left with my boys in the house, so I'm cherishing every minute of it. And you know, because I know once they leave. And just like you guys, probably when you left the house, you weren't going back. You know, because
only when I needed something.
Only when you needed something. Yeah. So,
I think I went home once my freshman year, and then that was it.
Yeah,
I didn't go home again.
So I won't see them. I'll be hunting for them now.
Right.
Everybody out there at Bulls Nation, obviously we will get some of Kendall's thoughts on the Bulls offseason, the Bulls upcoming season. But before that, I did want to just get some of the inside scoop on what's been going on with your kids. You know, you've got a basketball player and a golfer. Let's start with Phoenix. Just finished his sophomore season at St. Ignatius.
Just finished his sophomore season.
Just dropping 40 burgers left and right. And obviously he's already received offers from several like premier college basketball programs.
Right.
I'm guessing still weighing his options. He's still got 2 more years of high school ball to go.
Yeah, he's still got 2 more high school years of basketball. This summer was very important for him. But as you guys know, we did not play AAU basketball, something that has become the norm of most athletes, that high school athletes, or whether it doesn't matter what sport you play, most of them play AAU in the summertime. But we chose not to take that route because of all of the wear and tear it puts on your body. True. You know, I don't know whether this is what happened to Lonzo. I don't know whether this is what happened to D Rose or Jabari Parker.
Diving into some sore subjects right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's sore subjects, but, you know, I watched all these guys come up.
Yeah.
And I noticed every year they would be playing AAU for 2-3 teams. You know, you look at a couple of kids now from Illinois, some of the top kids, they're playing on 2 and 3 AAU teams, man.
Yeah.
What we did was after the high school basketball season, we took a month off. I didn't even want him to run. You know, the most I would let him do is shoot free throws, okay? He took that month off. He came back in June. We trained for the summer league at Riverside Brookfield and another summer league at Romeoville. He was fresh. He was ready to go, and he did his thing, you know, and, you know, he was dominant. And I think the rest was a big reason why. Now, you know, there's still kids playing AAU basketball right now, but after the summer league was over, I shut them down again.
Yeah.
You know, now we're just now starting to train again for the upcoming season.
What has kind of surprised you? Well, more so about him. You know, not so much his game, but just about him and his work ethic and his desire to, you know, want to be better.
What surprised me about him was his, you know, I don't know whether he was tough enough. You know, we talk about dogs and stuff like that,
Absolutely.
where he's got the dog in him and everything. He has it in spades, you know, and you know that's something that you can't give a kid. I mean, you can give him all the skills and everything, but you know when he, as a sophomore, turned it on in the tournament last year and got his team downstate, and in the way that he performed downstate, I was not expecting that. You know, I was expecting a sophomore kid with deer in the headlights, not ready yet, but you know he's not afraid of anything. You know, and I think we can attribute that because I always tell him, you know, kids are going to think, okay, you go to St. Ignatius, you're a Catholic school kid, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and But I think that he carries that as a chip on his shoulder, that these kids don't think that I'm tough enough. And, you know, he takes it to everybody that he plays against, or he tries to.
Yeah. It seems like you have struck some perfect balance of tough love and support, because, I mean, I remember you telling me and Dave and John back in the day when Phoenix was, just 10 or 11 years old, that you were starting to lecture him about, if you want to be good or even great, here's what you got to do. Yeah. And this is coming from someone who knows, someone who made it to the NBA, somebody not only made it, but played 15 seasons, a highly decorated career, and starting that young, but also knowing, like right now, halfway through his high school career, to know, hey, actually the best thing right now is to take a break, let's focus, let's work on our basketball IQ, and let's keep our body fresh.
Yeah, and, you know, he's done remarkably well, and you know, I got to say, I admire him more for his persistence last year, because last year was a tough year for him, you know, off the court. You know, St. Ignatius is a tough school academically, so he had to keep up. He still made the honor roll, but he was also dealing with the side effects of COVID. He had COVID twice, and he was dealing with brain fog. So he felt like he was only really about 60% of himself all of last year. Just now, this summer, the brain fog is starting to go away. So that's what I admire him most about, because, you know, it came to a point, guys, where I was thinking about stopping him from playing basketball last year. It got so bad with the brain fog where he couldn't concentrate at all. So, you know, that's what I admire him for more than anything, for him to stick with it.
Do you find yourself well, I shouldn't even say do you find yourself. I know you're trying to push him towards a certain school. A certain school. And get out there, man. Does he show you that he wants to go there, or is he just keeping the options open here?
He's keeping his options open.
Okay. You okay with that? Or?
I'm okay with it, you know, because at the end of the day, this is his trip. Facts. You know, it's not my trip. I already did mine. And you know, it's his decision in the end. You know, his mom went to Northwestern. Right.
Their athletic program going through some headaches right now.
You know, but I really do respect Chris Collins and those guys. I'm glad it didn't. The problems haven't trickled over to the basketball program. You know, Phoenix just got an offer from Iowa State as well. We really like Coach TJ out there. So we're leaving his options open. You know, he just got a few more calls from a few more highly touted schools the last couple of weeks. So, you know, he's still got 2 years to go. You know, it's a process. Who knows? You know, things change. You never know in the process. But, you know, I kind of already got my top schools where I want them to go, but I can't influence them. I promised myself I wouldn't do it.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you one piece of advice that you can either take or leave and relay to Phoenix or not.
Okay.
I saw that he also got an offer from Iowa State pretty recently.
Right.
Don't go to Iowa State. I got a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Chicago's own basketball products. Chicago Bulls, Iowa State, it's just all bad.
Is it?
It's
You're talking about Cameron Payne.
I know.
The whole Gar thing, the Tim Floyd thing, the entire state of Iowa. Freddie Hoiberg, no.
Yeah.
Keep Phoenix away from the state of Iowa.
Hey, let me tell you, but the thing that I asked one of the coaches, I was like, how many flights are there into Ames from Chicago? You know, as I said, well, that's one of the things. He says 5. But I haven't seen those 5 yet. I went after we came back from the visit. I was like, okay, let me research the airlines and see. I think you have to fly into Des Moines first, right? And then drive to Ames.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's not an easy place to get to.
No.
Unless you feel like a 7-hour road trip through nothing but cornfields.
No, straight shot.
Hey, but let me tell you, when you get there, they got a hell of a program, though.
Yeah.
They do. They really have that place rocking and everything. Because look, it's the only really thing to do in Ames, right?
It's true.
Yeah,
nothing else to do out there.
Yeah. I'll take that into consideration.
So I've noticed that back when we started working with you, 2018, 2019, I saw an awful lot of videos on your Instagram and sometimes even on Twitter of you and young Phoenix playing ball in the driveway at a gym somewhere, and you bragging about how you beat him in a game of one-on-one, a game of 21, whatever it is. Those videos vanished.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
That's over,
Did those
man.
videos vanish because he's beating you 100% of the time now?
I wouldn't even dare go after him. You know what I mean? Like I beat him last year, and I will not play him again.
You're just retiring from the father-son game.
Yeah, I just retired.
Game 6.
Because you know when you're out there doing drills, and then all of a sudden, poof, you see that burst of speed, and you're like, okay, I used to have that, but I don't have that anymore. Because you know, I can see in the drills where he just blows by me. You know, he just jumps up there. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get embarrassed, and I don't want him coming back home talking to his mom and saying this is what I did to dad and all that. Yeah.
Big piece of chicken over here.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but your other son's your youngest son's getting into golfing, man.
Yeah. Coda's done very well. Golfing, he's going to try out for the St. Ignatius golf team here coming up August 7th. So we're doing 300 balls a day at the range. Wow. We're trying to play at least 9 holes a day up until then.
Do you play golf?
Hell no.
No? Okay. I was going to say, are you now getting beat by one son in basketball and your other son on the golf course?
He could crush me too.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you, man, for the athlete that I was, this is very humbling years I'm facing right now because I can't beat either one of my sons, right? So, you know, and the thing is, my son Cody, he's not real tall, but he's strong and he's out driving me. You know, because I go to the range with him, I'll drive some balls, but he's already out driving me, man.
I mean, some of the best players on the PGA Tour aren't really tall guys.
No, they're not. They're not, you know. But, you know, I admire him for sticking to it and picking his own path. He absolutely hates basketball. Will not watch it. Will not go to any of Phoenix's games unless there's girls there. You know, he just won't. But, you know, he loves golf, and, you know, I support him in every way that I can. And, you know, hopefully, man, you know, we'll see him down the line. Hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I'd like to go to the U.S. Open or the Masters. Yeah,
man.
Watch my son play.
That'd be a nice family trip.
Yeah. Oh my God!
Just go hang out, watch Coda.
You guys got to come. We can do a podcast. There,
dude,
right?
I'm down.
You know him with that.
I'm just gonna let it slide that
Kendall
we didn't
Gill
get an invite to the
U.S. Open
to the Gill household to watch the NBA Finals this year. It's fine. I'm over it. I guess that was a one-time thing.
We normally give you an invite, but. The thing is that my house is going on a big remodel. That's the reason why I didn't do that. But
I retract my snark then. I know how stressful remodeling can be.
That's right. But if it's done by the 29th, you guys are going to get an invitation to the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight next Saturday.
Right, on the 29th. Right.
So I'm hoping that it's done by then.
Who you got in that fight, bro?
Errol Spence. Man.
Errol?
Yeah, Errol.
No doubt?
Yeah, Errol, no doubt. I mean, it's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, seriously.
But I think that Errol, with his pressure, his ability to throw 100 punches around, that he is, and him being the bigger man, that he is going to catch Terrence Bud Crawford at some point and wear him down.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's tough though. Hey, listen, if you guys don't know anything about this fight, this is Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns all over again.
Yes, it
is. Is this like a bigger deal than the UFC fight that was playing when we were in Vegas last weekend, Dave? You know what I'm talking about? There was some big UFC fight that was hyped up.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not this big. This is the fight.
This is the fight, though. Yeah, this one we've been waiting for.
Are you still throwing every once in a while? Throwing hands?
Yeah, well, no, I'm throwing in my garage.
Yeah,
I haven't sparred in a while, but you know, I'm 55 now, man. You know, taking punches to the head without getting paid.
I mean,
that's not too bright. You know what I mean? But I still do the workout, though. You know?
I mean, you might be losing to your 15-year-old on the basketball court, but you're 55, but honestly, like 35.
Yeah, listen,
32.
32.
You know, my wife said, she said, okay, I'll allow you to chase Jake Paul one more summer.
Yeah.
That was last summer.
That was it.
So,
we were talking about it.
So she said, if he doesn't agree to fight you, then you gotta put it down. So that's what I'm doing, man.
That's fair.
Being a good husband. So
that's
that was fair.
And a smart one, too.
Yeah.
One more thing I want to ask you, sir. The Silver Fox Club.
Dude, Silver Fox Squad.
What is going on with the playeristic styles
hey, bro,
that we see happening every time?
I'm disappointed you didn't show up dressed in just to the suit, the vest, the pocket square, your fancy hats.
Dude, amazing,
I mean, I dressed up for you, Kendall. What the hell?
So
watch that.
So the Silver Fox Squad is a group of there were 13 of us, but they had to kick a couple guys out.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
I was sorry to see those guys go, but they broke the rules. So, you know, you got to stick to the rules, man.
Ooh, got the rules, baby.
But Silver Fox Squad is a group of 9 guys, older gentlemen, that try to that influence older men through fashion and through fitness that life isn't over at 50. You know, and we go to different events. We were just recently at the Essence Fest. Coming up here in a couple of weeks, we'll be in South Carolina, then Virginia, then Washington, D.C., then Alaska. There's people bringing us out there, then New York. And, you know, it's fun for me because it's a chance for me to get out, be a part of a team again, because that's one thing that I miss. And let me tell you, man, when we go out, and I didn't expect this when I joined the group, but when we go out, man, I feel like I'm a New Edition. I feel like I'm in a rock band because all of these ladies
heartbreak.
Yeah, all these ladies are swooning over the
Really? Women don't like good-looking men who dress nice, are in shape, and have money?
Look,
oh,
man,
wow.
Dude, I swoon when I see those videos you post to you guys on Instagram. I'm like, my God, talk about turning heads.
I am shocked.
But let me tell you, I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah.
But you know, when we go to these events, man, it's work. It's not like fun. I mean, it's fun, but it's not like you're going there to just hang out and do. It's work because you do 6 events a day, and each one of the events you got to change your clothes. And
you got 6 different outfits, bro?
6 different outfits. Well, 12. 12 over the weekend.
Stop it!
How do you pack for a trip like that?
Dude.
Hey, I didn't know at first.
Like the Princess Zamunda with the lefties, right?
But I quickly learned how to pack.
Wait, so the Silver Fox gentlemen who are now former members because they broke some rules, according to you, is it because they did not fulfill the dress code requirements? The number of wardrobe changes in one convention?
No, it wasn't the dress code. It was sort of you know, the lack of the dress code on social media, which we can't. You know, there's hard and fast rules inside the squad that we have to follow. You know, and you know, I assured my wife that, you know, these are the parameters. No fraternization. No, you can't do this and that. That's the only way I was able to join.
Okay,
you guys know my wife.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
I'm scared
Playing
of my
no
wife.
games. Yes,
as you should be.
Yeah,
Shout out Wendy. She's the best.
Yeah, I'm scared of my wife. My wife will cut me.
Yes.
You know, she's from the south side. From the south side. 91st and East End.
Oh yeah, we know. Hey, grew up with my family.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Trust me, I know.
You know. So
I know.
you know, like my dad says, I don't bip or bop.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's real.
That's why I'm able to be a member of the Silver Fox
My
Squad.
man.
I know I got no shot when I turn 50, if I make it there. Big Dave, however, I feel like could be a prime candidate for this Silver Fox squad.
I gotta get my
when
fitness
he is
up.
of age.
Yeah.
Can I formally nominate him, or how does the entry process work?
Well, you have to get a gray beard first.
Okay.
I see a couple strands.
They come in the strands of ending.
I see a couple strands, but you got to be at least a third of the way gray.
Okay. All right.
You know,
all right.
and once you do that, then
with no cheating. You can't use Touch of Gray or whatever that product
can't use it,
is.
no, because they're going to test you.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to test you when you get there to see if it's real gray. All right. So you get the suit. And you get a brim, and then we'll see what's up.
Okay, all right. We'll check it out. How do y'all recruit? Like, do you just see somebody out?
So how they recruit is they reach out to you.
Wow.
You know, and see if you're interested, and then it's a recruitment process. So they asked me to come to Houston. I came to Houston to see one of their events, and then they had to check me out too. And I wasn't. They didn't ask me right away because they had to see whether I was a good fit for the group, whether I got along with the guys or not. And, you know, it took me about 6 or 7 months to become a member.
Wow.
You know, because I had to go, I went to Houston, then I went to Atlanta, then I went to D.C. to 3 of their events. And then we both had to see whether this would work out for us, and it did. And that's why that's when I became one, and I became a Silver Fox Squad member in October of last year.
Wow. 60-40 club.
Yeah.
Silver Fox
bucket
member.
list, baby, bucket list.
Killing them out here.
Bucket list.
So we know, Big Dave, you have an in.
Yes,
You
I have an in.
Yeah.
If I want to get down with this, I have an in right here.
You're right.
Kendall Gill.
You're right.
So I got to get 24 suits, couple more hats.
Look, all you need, and this is for you, Matt, you need a blue suit, a black suit, a brown suit, a gray suit, and a beige suit.
That's so many. I have
that's 5 suits.
I have a gray suit.
Those 5 suits. Now, you get yourself 2 cream shirts, 2 white shirts, and out of those combinations, you can make 75 suits. A lot, because every one of those pants goes with every one of those blazers.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that.
That's game.
Because I really only have 6 suits.
Yeah.
But I can make, I got a little bit more. Maybe I got 12. I got about 12 suits.
Come on. Okay.
That's
a lot of suits.
But I can make a combination of 150 suits out of those 12 suits.
Oh, Lord.
So it always looks different.
So a different
Cool.
tie for each one, obviously.
Different. Well, yeah, you can use the same tie, but you can use a different tie for each one as well. But you can always dress them up differently, man.
Okay.
I think that immediately eliminates me.
No, just,
I am not.
No, just get your
I'm
5
never
suits.
in my life going to be someone who owns 6 to 12 different suits.
All
Do you see what I'm wearing to work today,
Matt,
Kendall?
I see what you're wearing, and I'm a little bit unimpressed. Okay, so
Be true to yourself, Kendall.
So I gotta get you I gotta get you 5 of those suits, man.
Okay.
Because if we get you guys both
Okay.
5 suits, then you got a combination of 75 suits for the rest of your life.
What about the shoes though? Is that part of the rules of the dress code, the outfits? Like,
Oh, you can get. Listen, I'm sure you guys can get 3 or 4 pairs of
Yeah,
suits.
black or brown.
I mean, I've got
You're
a pair
black,
of black dress shoes
you're black.
and a pair of brown dress
Right,
shoes.
there you
You
go.
get your 2 pair of black shoes, 2 pair of brown shoes. Okay, 1 loafers, 1 tie up. Okay, and then you can wear those with all these suits that I'm talking
I
about.
tell you what, I gotta go to a wedding this weekend. I want you to peep what I'm gonna have on. Kid.
Okay,
I'm
all right,
impressing this
all right,
weekend,
all right,
brother.
okay, all
I'm
right.
impressing nice this weekend. I
Do you
promise
have
that.
any of those dope like formal hats that Kendall wears in the Silver Fox Club?
Not yet. My grandfather did. There's another reason I
Yeah.
love hats because he
Yeah.
wore hats all the time.
Yeah.
He has those kind of hats. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can't fit them because of the hair, but I'm gonna get on his level one day. I'm gonna get on that level.
I've always loved fedoras.
Yeah.
Ever since
Me
I saw
too.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
You know, Godfather 1, Al Pacino wearing his hat and everything. I've always loved those hats. So, I've actually had them for a number of years before I even joined the Silver Fox squad. But we do have a hat endorsement with Two Roads Hat Company. You guys go out there, check out their site on Instagram.
Shout out.
And you can go and get you a fedora and get you whatever hat you like, man. And be cool. Be like the Silver Fox squad.
This man is what he's saying. Be cool like me is what he's saying.
Damn
That's
right.
how he rolls, man. One day, Steven. One day. We're going to get you in there. We're going to get you in there one day.
I got a long way to go.
He's
I
got
don't
a
know.
ways
Do
to
you
go.
have any suits?
I have a lot of suits.
You have a lot?
Okay.
Yeah, I have probably 5.
5 suits?
Yeah.
I would have never
You
pegged you
think I'm
for
Matt
5
Peck
suits.
over here? Come on, I got suits.
You have 5, but you really have 75.
Yeah, now I know
Okay.
that.
All right.
That's game right there.
Simple.
Free game, ladies and gents.
Simple
game.
multiplication.
Free
That's
game.
right.
That's why we practice that in school. To know about different suit combinations.
That's right. That's right.
Wardrobe
That's right.
choices.
That's how we roll.
Everybody that's throwing KG love in the comments, appreciate y'all. French Bulls TV said one of the sharpest 55-year-olds I know.
Hey,
Joel
thanks,
saying,
man.
I hope to be as cool as Mr. Gill one day. Black Prophet saying, KG has always been one of my faves. That Flying Illini team was my favorite, along with that Mark Aguirre DePaul team when college b-ball in Illinois was great.
Facts, sir.
Let's take our first break. When we come back, we will get into some of Kendall's thoughts on what's going on with our beloved Bulls. Everybody hanging out in the comments, show KG some love by hitting that thumbs up button. If you're watching along, we greatly appreciate it. Kendall wants those thumbs ups.
Yes,
There
sir.
it is. He's
See
showing
it?
it to you right there.
See it?
And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel so you get alerts anytime we're like, hey, Kendall's here. Big Dave, who's up first?
Baby Joey said he wants to be in the Silver Fox Club.
Oh.
You know he can't yet because he's a child.
He's
He
a
can't do it
literal
yet.
infant.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of the name baby first.
He's a literal baby kid. He can't help it.
yeah.
He's growing. He's getting there. He'll
Yeah.
get there. He'll get there. But one thing that's going to get him there is he loves the Shady Rays sunglasses because he didn't understand why they cost so much money to wear premium polarized shades. He don't get it. Shady Rays didn't get it either. So they said we're going to do something about it. Independent Sunglasses Company offers world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair you have ever put on your awesome face. The durable frames, the extremely clear optics, the premium polarized shades at an affordable price for your outdoor. And as this man is about to prove to you in 3, 2, 1, your indoor adventures as well.
There you go.
There he is. And also, there's what we call the Matt Peck Lost and Broken Replacements Plan. He does that a lot, Kendall. Now let's say there's some glasses on there. Those glasses might break, snap in half,
Crap.
and then he'll be doubly mad because he broke an awesome pair of sunglasses. But he can send them shades right back in, and they will send him a brand new pair, no questions asked. Or let's say you put on some on your face and you say, I want to look as cool as Kendall Gill, and then you put it on and realize
luck.
you cannot do that. And then you say, hey, you can send that back to Shady Rays. They will send you a different style of your choice. As long as you do it within 30 days, it will be free. There's no risk when you shop. Team always has your back. So exclusively for the listeners out there, Shady Rays giving away their best deal of the season. Go to ShadyRays.com, use the promo code CHGO, get yourself 50% off of 2+ pairs of premium polarized shades and try it for yourself. the Shades that are rated 5 stars, but over 250,000 people because of Shady Rays for the Rays. Oh, so shady.
Oh, so damn shady.
Did you tilt the glasses on that? Well done.
So
Hey, look,
every once in a while-
now let me tell you, you've taken one step towards being a Silver Fox Squad member with those Shady Rays on.
Ooh.
You know why? Because we wear sunglasses with our brims.
Yeah?
Yes, you do.
we do.
That is, you do.
We do.
You do.
Good to know. All right, one step closer and still a million steps away. Maybe another step closer is if I show Kendall some of my awesome shirts from Pins and Aces.
Oh, your
the
golf
official
apparel.
golf apparel partner
Yes.
of ALLCITY and CHGO, and the official partner of our event at Cog Hill coming up next month. Stay tuned for that. Dave will tell you about it.
I sure will.
We love our Pins and Aces gear and get tons of compliments on it, on and off the course. For me, exclusively off the course because I suck at golf and thus don't do it. But I was wearing one of my Pins and Aces shirts in Vegas.
Yeah, you
getting
were.
compliments left and right.
He was.
Wow.
And
He was.
they're super breathable, so on a hot day golfing, great. If you are melting at Summer League, also effective. They make amazing polos, hats, golf bags, and our favorite thing in the world, their custom beer sleeve. It's tall, it's narrow, basically shaped like a golf club, and fits right there in your golf bag.
How many?
And its lining can hold 7 beers.
What you call that, man?
That's a sixer and a roadie.
There it is. There it is.
Kendall, that is a sixer and a roadie that you can keep ice cold right there in your golf bag while you're playing your round and have refreshing beverage after refreshing beverage in that Pins and Aces custom beer sleeve. Check out pinsandaces.com. Use that promo code CHGO to receive 15% off your first order and get free shipping. That's pinsandaces.com, promo code CHGO.
Sounds amazing. Let's do stuff.
All right, Kendall, time to get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, let's do that.
How are you feeling after a somewhat disappointing conclusion to their season? 10th seed, scrape into the play-in, win their first play-in game, lose their second play-in game. They missed the actual big boy playoffs. Well, let's start with this. Were you surprised that that's the best they could muster last season, having watched game 1 all the way to game 82, or did you kind of see the writing on the wall when they were staggering into the All-Star break?
No, I was not surprised. However, I thought that, had it not been for Matt Strus in that game against the Miami Heat, then, that would have turned our season, I believe, into a successful season because now we get into the playoffs, and now you never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
You never know. You guys are talking to a guy who played for the number 1 seed Seattle Supersonics, and we got beat by the 8th seed Denver Nuggets. So you never know what happens if they can get there. But listen, this goes all the way back, guys, to Lonzo Ball getting hurt. I think that Lonzo Ball getting hurt set this franchise back 2 or 3 years because he was the key to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I said this when they signed Lonzo, when they signed DeMar, I went over to practice. I watched the guys play. They had Vooch, they had Zach along with him. I said, this team is going to surprise everybody in the NBA. Guess what? They end up leading the Eastern Conference all the way up to the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Okay? Lonzo gets hurt and it all falls apart. And, it sort of reminded me of what happened to Derek.
Yeah.
When Derek hurt tore his ACL, set the franchise back years. And unfortunately, the same thing has happened with Lonzo Ball because of his ability to be the quarterback on this team, his ability to knock down three-point shots, which we were extremely weak at last year. Before Lonzo got hurt, he finished in top 20 in the league in three-point shooting. The way that he can defend, I thought that, his first year here after signing his free agent contract, that he and Caruso were first-team all defensive players.
Without a doubt.
That hurt us, big time last year. But, and unfortunately, Lonzo is going to be out another full season again. But I think that they have gone out and tried to take the steps necessary in order to patch this thing up until they find a long-term solution.
Yeah, exactly what it is. And I always said about Lonzo, what I truly miss is he got them easy points.
Yeah,
6 to 8 easy points a game for the team. Oh, it's a lull in it here. Let me throw it all the way down the court. You got him in the post. There it is. Just easy points he would get those guys, man. They truly miss those kind of things.
They truly miss them because, look, my hat goes off to Ayo. Okay, fellow Illini. My hat goes off to Kobe White because I think Kobe White had a great season last year. He got rewarded with a contract extension this year. He drastically improved his ball handling, his point guard IQ. But still, they're not Lonzo. Because when Lonzo gets that thing off the glass, he's looking for everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody runs. Mm-hmm. We saw that a little bit last year, but we didn't see it like we did when Lonzo was healthy. Mm-hmm. I mean, when Lonzo's healthy, we're averaging about 14 to 16 fast break points a game. And that's simply because of him. Yeah. The way that he can get the basketball up and push it and find guys, Mm-hmm. But let's hope now that Kobe White is going to be put in the starting point guard position. We don't know what's going to happen with Ayo. Bulls just signed
Jevon
Carter from the Milwaukee Bucks, which he gave us problems last year.
The flux.
He gave us the flux last year.
Facts.
So I'm hoping that he's an addition that can help us push the basketball, help us with our three-point shooting, help us on the defensive end. Mm-hmm. We just have to wait and see, man. And I fully expected when they signed Lonzo, when they signed DeMar, when we made the trade for Vooch, I fully expected us to be Eastern Conference finalists when they did that. I figured it might take us 2 or 3 years, Matt. But
they were on their way to at least being a very high seed in that first year.
They were on their way.
They were.
And I was so excited and everything. But, hey, here we are.
Right.
So we have to deal with the cards that we've been dealt.
So speaking of those cards that we've been dealt, Arturas finally admitted in, I believe it was his post-draft night press conference, Lonzo's not coming back. They doubled down on keeping this group together last year through the deadline, through the offseason, through another deadline this past season, saying we like this group when it's healthy, but now officially admitting Lonzo's hopefully coming back sometime, and we wish him the best in his recovery. Next season, he's out. Mm-hmm. But we're still doubling down again on this idea of continuity with this group. Zach, DeMar, and Vooch played more minutes together than any other trio of players across the entire NBA last season. They collectively had a just shy of 0 net negative rating, and the Bulls went 40 and 42 with those guys playing lots of games, and other than a sluggish start from Zach, getting solid production from those three. Are you okay with the fact that they are doing this again, now knowing for certain that the midseason, hey, Lonzo's back boost is not happening?
I'm okay with it as long as they change the strategy of how we play. Okay?
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is I no longer want to see Nikola Vucevic out on the perimeter shooting 7 to 8 three-point shots a game. Okay? I want to see an offense focused around our big man who I believe is the best low-post player in the Eastern Conference next to Joel Embiid.
Wow.
Okay? I want to see the ball thrown to him at least 60% of the time down there in the post. You know why? Because that creates double teams. When the double teams happen, Nikola is a willing passer that creates open shots for Lonzo. I mean, for DeMar. It creates open shots for Zach. It creates open shots for Kobe White. You have to have one piece that you play through. I no longer want to see Vooch out on the perimeter, guys. I mean, that destroys us. When Vooch is inside, he's an all-star. When he's outside, he's okay. But, look, we need to go back to the basics because another thing, when Vooch is outside, he's in the way. You got another defensive man in the way of Zach, DeMar, and Kobe.
And just to push back a little bit, I mean, the Bulls legitimately needed Vooch's three-point volume last season because there was no one on this team other than Zach that was confident to take and knock down a three. Patrick Williams gradually became more confident in that being part of his role. But now if you add 2 more capable three-point shooters in Jevon Carter and Torrey Craig, then I fully agree with your point that you don't need Vooch roaming the perimeter as much offensively.
That's why I say change up our strategy. Okay, now
that's 2 more guys that he can spray it out to when he gets doubled inside.
Right, and Torrey Craig shot almost 40% from 3 last year. True. Was one of the better three-point shooters on the Phoenix Suns last year. So now, hopefully, we have addressed that Hopefully Kobe White can give us some three-point shooting. Hopefully Carter can give us some three-point shooting. Now we don't need that. Okay, now let's put our big man down where he's supposed to be. Okay, and I think it opens up the game for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't have our 7-footer shooting three-point shots when we got three-point shooters now.
It's true. It's true.
We can't have him getting in the way, man. Because and you guys should have seen me in the studio just cussing at the screen every time.
I do miss that.
Yeah.
I do miss that.
We did have fun in the
Oh
studio.
my God. Oh, man.
So, and also, I'd like to see us change up our defensive strategy more like the Miami Heat. You see how the Miami Heat, they don't play the drop defense. Let me tell you, if I see Vooch one more time, well, I know I'm going to see it, but you guys know how I feel about the drop defense.
A little bit.
Okay.
No, Kendall, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Look, the guards are too good for us to lay back off of the pick and roll on defense. Okay. You look at Trae Young, Dame Lillard, who possibly could be with the Miami Heat in our Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Don't speak that evil into existence, Kendall.
Okay, you got Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Steph Curry. You got all
Jamal
guards. All pick and roll guards are looking for you to drop on them.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get to that spot. And I can't tell you how many games, guys, that we lost because of that defense. That's two things we got to change. Listen,
I mean, the Bulls had a top 5 defense. They lost most games because they lost the three-point battle every night, Kendall.
They got a top 5 defense, but how about not having the number 1 defense? Okay, if you change that defense, you're number 1. Okay,
and still losing the three-point battle by 20 points every night.
Yeah, listen, if you change the defense, I guarantee you a lot of those games we win, even with the 3-point discrepancy. Okay, now I agree with you about the 3-point disadvantage we had all season. However, defense travels. What if you're not knocking down your 3-point shot?
And they weren't.
Okay, right. So your defense travels, man. You win championships with defense, guys.
Okay.
And you get in the playoffs when you're able to stop somebody. Look at the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Okay, they were stopping people. Weren't they the 8th seed?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were the 8th seed, got all the way to the championship round.
Yeah.
Based off defense. Yeah, Jimmy Butler had heroics.
And their three-point
but
shooting was
their
unbelievable as well.
They
three-point
got
shooting was
hot
on
behind the
point.
three-point
Yeah,
line.
they got super
Their
hot.
3-point shooting was tremendous.
Yeah.
However, the Miami Heat, I played in that system for 1 year under Pat Riley. Their defense, man, is impeccable.
And I mean, their defense just completely mucked up what the Bucks were trying to do in that first round off. It's like the Bucks offense fell apart.
Right.
They just messed things up, and
They
they were a
did.
very annoying defense to play against.
They did.
They did.
They
Let
did.
me ask you about Zach LaVine, because it's somebody I know you've worked with,
Yeah.
who you've watched grow over the years. What do you think his game is now, and is it that time for him to just be like, this is my team, I'm the number 1 guy, and to make these things and get those individual accolades like all NBA and be in the running, for those achievements individually for him?
Yeah, I think he showed that last year. I think he earned every penny of his new deal. Last year he started off slow, but and of course he didn't make the All-Star team. But I still felt that he was All-Star.
Yeah.
But in the second half of the season, man, he just turned it up.
He was nasty.
And not only that, but he was improving defensively as well. And I think yes, it's time for him to make an all-defensive team. I think that it's time. He's always been the face of the franchise since he's been here. However, he hasn't been that dude.
Yes, correct.
Because of DeMar.
Correct.
But now it's time for him to step up and be that guy. And of course DeMar's, getting up there in age. What is DeMar, 33?
32, 33.
32,
I think he'll be 34 at the end of this
34.
coming
Okay.
season.
Okay, at the end of 34, so it's time for Zach to step into the number 1 role, and I think that he's more than willing to do that. The one thing that this front office has shown is that they're going to keep their core together.
Yeah.
I think that we've seen that. They did that in Denver. Look at the Denver Nuggets now. And, I'm going back to the old Joel Embiid quote, man, trust the process. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying.
How's
to
that
trust the
working
process.
out?
You're trying to do it.
I'm
Okay.
trusting it, man. I'm trusting it. We're in the lean years of the process, man.
I thought that's what the immediate post-Jimmy trade years were supposed to
They weren't the front office, man.
Yeah, they were in the front
Not
office,
they front
man.
office. Not they
Fair
front
enough.
office.
But I'll tell you one thing that I'm disappointed about.
be. What's that?
D Rose, man. We had D Rose.
It was.
We could have had him.
It was in my notes to ask you if you are just absolutely devastated that Derrick Rose is not already a Chicago Bull right now.
Oh my God!
Hey, listen.
Did you really want them to sign him?
I did. Yeah, I did. You know I did.
I mean, the window's not closed. The Bulls got a couple roster spots still.
Yeah,
he got a 2-year deal. Yeah.
He got a 2-year deal.
He got his 2-year deal.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that because I wasn't waiting with bated breath to see where Derrick Rose signed.
Wearing number 23, he's going to be good.
I was so disappointed last year that D Rose did not play and have a good game, because I couldn't text you guys to see. Did you see what D Rose did last night?
I got no texts from Kendall asking if I saw what D Rose did last season.
Oh my God! Let him do something now.
Hey, look, but let me tell you something. With John Moran out, John Moran is taking a sabbatical.
He's going to be playing.
D Rose is going to be playing. So expect some text.
The first third of the season, he's going to get minutes.
Yeah. And let's he had a red shirt year last year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, didn't play.
Yeah.
So he's fresh. So expect a lot of text from me, Matt.
He don't be texting like that.
I thought you lost my number.
No, I didn't lose your number.
He was just waiting to use it. He was waiting for the right time.
I lost neither one of you and Sabine's or Big Dave's numbers or your Twitter handles. The only thing is that D Rose didn't play last year, so I couldn't hit you guys on anything.
I'm rooting for him. I hope he has a great year, another productive year in Memphis. That team could clearly use some veteran leadership, and without Ja, they could use somebody in that point guard spot. I would have rolled my eyes and just gone along with it if he ended up signing here, because I know that a lot of Bulls fans wanted that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Kendall, and you may not care about this. I wasn't fully in favor of it because I didn't want just bringing D Rose home to gloss over all the other broken shit that they needed to fix with this roster. Because guess what? D Rose comes home, butts are in seats, and merch is flying off the shelves. And I don't want ownership to get away with that kind of BS.
But, dude, you knew they were going to continue to do something, which was my thing, too.
Right, yeah.
Like, they weren't just going to stop at Derrick Rose. And it shows you even with Jevon Carter, they weren't.
We have been surprised if that's what they did. And that's all they did. I would not have been surprised.
I would have been a little surprised if they just stopped at Derrick Rose. The last regime, no. I wouldn't have been surprised at all. I wouldn't have been surprised. This one, yeah. After all the stuff you're saying and you're talking about improving the team, doing all this, and you just give me Derrick Rose and that's it. Yeah. I would have snapped.
Listen,
I would have snapped.
No, it couldn't have stopped at D Rose, and I think that D Rose won, like you said, he puts butts in the seats and he sells merch. Okay, and also guess what? He can still play a little bit. He's not the MVP, Derrick Rose, but he's still capable of getting us a game here and there. Coming in and giving us great minutes when, say for instance, someone at the point guard position isn't playing well.
Right.
I mean, he's able to come in and give us that spark.
Right.
So, but that being said, AK didn't stop there.
No.
Torrey Craig, Carter signing, and I think that it would just been good for the lifeblood of the Chicago Bulls to bring him back.
It can still be good 2 years from now when Derrick wants to sign a 10-day. And then they can go ahead and hang that number one in the rafters.
Listen, sign me a 2 or 10 days.
They do. I just saw somebody in the comments earlier say that they wanted the Bulls to sign Kendall with that DPE money they got from Lonzo's injury.
Hey,
there it is right there.
Hey, look.
Lace him up, says Hitman.
There you go, Hitman. I'll take it. I'm not turning down nothing but my collar, man. That's it.
Sure, they were trying to get you in the big three, Kendall. That's what they were trying to get you. He didn't want to do that one.
We have to take one more break
to
show some love to our friends and sponsors. We'll come back and wrap up with a few more thoughts. I still want to get some of your thoughts on some of the younger guys on this roster we got coming up next season, Kendall. We will do that next. Hit that thumbs up. Show Kendall that love if you haven't done so yet while we're sharing these words from our sponsors. The next, which is Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary. Y'all, the weekend is so close. It's Thursday afternoon, which basically means it's Friday already.
It's your Friday.
Oh, it is my Friday for sure.
You're done.
Shades, tank, Berks, shorts. My weekend starts in 15 minutes.
Yes.
And I got to stop by my neighborhood Sunnyside Dispensary to get everything I need to elevate my weekend and my Chicago summer. Sunnyside's your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping, a place where all kinds of visitors are welcome to explore, discover, and purchase a wide array of high-quality products. It's your one-stop shop for all your cannabis needs, and they offer easy online ordering and in-store pickup. Pick out what you want on their website, swing through the store, pick up your order, and you are out the door onto your next errand or starting your weekend. They also offer their great transparent loyalty program that they call Sunnyside Rewards for all you frequent flyers out there. It's Illinois' favorite dispensary, from the city to the suburbs, Wrigleyville to River North, Champaign, even all the way up to South Beloit. They've got flour for all you old school people like myself. I'm still a flour guy primarily, but they got tinctures, they got edibles, all different kinds of edibles. Try the Good News gummies. They are my personal favorite, the little tangerine flavored hybrids. Delicious! So, now through August, here's the offer. Head to sunnyside.shop. Use that promo code CHGO25 at checkout for 25% off your total order. One use per customer. Not stackable with their other promotions. But it's not only for new customers. Every time you shop, you can use that promo code of ours, CHGO25. Pick up everything you need to elevate your summer. Must be 21 and over or an Illinois Med card holder.
Hey, I didn't know every time.
Right, so one use per customer per order.
I get it. No, obviously, yes, but still.
But not just new customers.
No.
Returning customers can use that promo code as well.
Sounds amazing. You know what else is amazing? Becoming a diehard. That's an amazing thing you guys can do.
Absolutely.
Listen, you already know what comes to being a diehard, all the awesome stuff that comes with it. The podcasts and live shows on every team every day, the post-game shows, the premium written content for the members at ALLCITY.com, the 20% off events, the dope merch, as you can see, the Chicago Sky shirt that I am rocking right here, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, I look good. Oh, the free shirt when you become a member, and the members-only discourse, the CHGO Lounge. But all that is awesome, but what makes this even more awesome, Kendall, you might be interested in this, the CHGO Kickoff Classic at Cog Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's going down,
Kendall
Kendall.
Gill's about to win that thing.
Oh, he's taking it in,
I
man.
don't know about winning it. I'll show up and I'll look good. But I don't know about winning.
Oh, yes.
I'll have the best golf clothes on you've ever seen. Along with a fedora.
Oh, he's going to be fly on him, y'all.
And some of those sunglasses, Matt, right?
Oh, the Shady Rays, of course.
The Shady Rays.
Yes. August 25th, 9 a.m., 18 holes with a cart. Exclusive CHGO and Pins and Aces polo for all you players. You see that polo right there on the left right there. That's what you're going to get.
That's fresh.
The holes contest, the giveaways, the prizes, lunch, drinks, and ceremony after the round. And, of course, because you're a diehard, you get a discount on all of that.
Boom.
You should be joining. So make sure y'all come on out, check them out at Cog Hill, and enjoy it, and become a diehard member.
Yeah.
Go to allchgo.com.
Speaking of which, shout out to our guy, Troy, who's always, I don't know if he's here in the comments today, but I don't know if you saw, he tweeted he finally got his diehard package.
I did see
arrived
that.
all the way in Australia.
It looked dope.
I believe Adelaide is where he lives in Australia.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how long it takes for packages to get from Denver, where our All-City hub is and all of our merch comes from, to Australia. I'm guessing it takes a while.
Takes a minute.
But it made it
You
there.
guys have truly blown up, man.
Hey,
Australia, Adelaide.
we're international, baby.
We got recognized in Paris, kid. It was wild. It was
Man,
wild stuff.
I'm really honored to be around you guys now.
Hey, man, we had to learn it from somebody.
Not all those global Bulls fans get NBC Sports Chicago on the reg.
That's what I'm saying.
They can hop on the internet and find us on YouTube every day.
All the time, baby. We here, man. Shout out NBC Sports Chicago
Shout
as
out,
well, man.
But we're gonna steal Kendall
Shout
from
out.
you any minute now.
Yes. And Bulldog.
Just
Kevin
kidding,
Anderson.
Bulldog.
We
just
love
kidding.
you, man.
We'll get
There
back
you
to you.
We love you, bro.
All right, Kendall, I don't know how much and how intensively you watched Summer League Bulls, because Summer League basketball, we all know, can be a struggle. What did you think of Dalen Terry, if you caught any of his minutes, and do you think that there is any shot for Dalen to crack Billy's rotation coming into year two when, as we all observed as a rookie, even for being a pick in the first round in the teens, he barely got any real minutes? Do you think there's a shot for him, and what does he need to do to earn minutes for in Billy's rotation this season?
Well, for the first thing, he's a talent. Okay, I called some games of his when he was with the Windy City Bulls, so he can play. You know, he does have talent. You know, he's better than I thought he was. But in order to crack Billy's rotation, he needs to be, I believe, more fundamentally sound and able to knock down a three-point shot with consistency. He can knock it down here and there, but being consistent is what's going to get him on the floor. You know, being a pretty good defender is what's going to get him on the floor. Being able to knock down the three-point shot is what's going to get him on the floor. If he can do those things, then yeah, I can see him getting in the rotation.
The other talk of the Summer League was Jevon Freeman Liberty.
Yeah, man.
Who balled clean out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk about his growth, and do you think that there's a spot for him on the 15-man roster this season?
There better be. Absolutely, man. Because let me tell you, that kid put in work for the Windy City Chicago Bulls, scored 40-something a couple times last year for that team. I believe he was player of the year down in Valparaiso for his conference before he transferred over to DePaul.
Wow.
Averaged 20-something for DePaul, and just he's a talent. 6'4" combo guard,
And was just averaging like 22, 6, and 5 in summer league.
in summer league he killed it.
Crushed it.
Second
He
team. Summer
crushed
league,
it, and not to mention he's got really good bloodlines. His uncle is Marcus Liberty.
Marcus Liberty, bro.
My
Former
teammate,
yes.
my teammate on the Flying Illini.
First like real celebrity that I remember as a kid was Marcus Liberty.
Right, number
bro.
one player in high school.
Oh,
And,
my God, he was
played,
the man.
Played a number of years for the Denver Nuggets and Detroit Pistons. So he's got NBA bloodlines. The guy can really play. He deserves a shot. He's shown you throughout one full year with the Windy City Bulls and throughout this summer league that he deserves to be on that roster.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to have him as a guy, as a hungry guy, coming off of that bench trying to prove himself each and every night, because that's what makes your team better.
That's true. Pushing everybody, yeah.
It does.
And let me ask you about the rookie, too, Julian Phillips, because you're a defensive guy, and that's kind of what he's, kind of hanging his hat on is the defense. Right. What do you see about his game? Obviously, we know he needs to put some weight on, wants to improve three-point shooting and things like that, but what do you see about his game that might get him maybe 2 seconds on the floor this season?
Yeah, listen, he's going to, just like Dalen Terry last year, he's going to spend some time down in the G League.
Sure.
To get his feet wet. But what I see is a guy with a lot of potential, and this is one thing that I'm noticing about this front office is that they draft off guys that are going to be ready 2, 3, 4 years down the line.
Clearly, yeah.
And I see him in that same mold. He's going to have to pay his dues, and for those 2 seconds, he's going to have to knock down some shots.
It's true.
He's going to have to defend some people.
Yeah.
He's going to have to come in like Io did a couple years ago, ask questions, be a sponge, make it hard for some guys, like how Io made it hard for Trae Young every time he played. With his length and everything. Those are the things that he's going to have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
So, Kendall, I know we talked a little bit about your faith in the Bulls running this back again.
Yeah.
When you look at where the Bulls are, adding some talent in Torrey Craig and Jevon Carter, 2 guys who we all believe, if they aren't starting, which they could be, are getting big minutes, improving this Bulls team, assuming that they stay fairly healthy, and then looking at some of the things the other big teams in the East did. Boston made a bold move, finally let Marcus Smart go, brought in Kristaps.
Surprise, yeah.
We don't know yet what's going to happen with Embiid and Harden and that situation in Philly. That's all we're going to talk about it. Don't worry, Bear 51 in the comments. Milwaukee is still Milwaukee. They retained Middleton. They kept Brook Lopez from going to Houston. Miami's Miami, maybe plus Dame. Do you see the Bulls, assuming health and these couple extra pieces, getting back on track and being a top 6 seed again next season and maybe making things interesting in a playoff series? Do you see that happening when you look at the Bulls compared to the rest of the East?
I do, and here's the reason: because you've kept those guys together, and I think that a key to a successful franchise is when you keep your core guys together. When I was with the Charlotte Hornets, that's where we made our mistake, when we didn't keep myself, Lonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, and Dale Curry together for 5 to 6 years to see what we could really do. That team was only together maybe for 2 years.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with this franchise. You kept DeMar, you kept Zach, you kept Vooch, you kept Kobe White. Now you have to add those pieces around them, and also, like I said before, change the strategy of how you play. If you can do those things, I see them easily being a top 6 team in the Eastern Conference.
Your feelings on a guy who's very polarizing outside of Vooch is Patrick Williams. We talked about your son earlier having that dog, in him.
Right.
And I love Patrick Williams, so does Matt. But we haven't seen that part yet on a consistent basis from him. What's it going to take, Kendall, for him to have that? Do I have to come every game and yell positivity out? I will. I promise you. If you Bulls, hit me up. I'll do it. But that's the only thing I think that needs to be consistent for him to be consistent on the floor. That's the main thing. Like everything else on the floor, he's got all that stuff. You know what I mean? You see it. He's got all that stuff. But that part always bothers me, man. Is that something that he can learn, or is it just not in him?
He has everything.
Everything.
I mean, he was born to be
Yeah,
a superstar in the NBA.
he was.
You know, because of how big he is, because of all of the intangibles that he has, all of the skill set, how strong he is. When that guy decides that he wants to dominate, he can dominate anytime he gets ready. That's what I don't understand. You guys remember Let's Do It Again? Y'all don't know whether you saw this movie, man, with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby when they were and Jimmy Walker when Jimmy Walker was a fighter and they found a guy that could hypnotize him and he could win the championship. Yep. So Jimmy Walker was running, doing his road work, and then Sidney Poitier came out and hypnotized him. He went out and he beat the crap out of the dude.
He did.
Right? So then they had to dehypnotize him because now they were going to bet on the other guy to win.
Yes.
So, but they couldn't do it because they couldn't catch him. We need somebody to hypnotize Pat Williams.
Yeah.
You know,
I think a lot of Bulls fans were kind of hoping that some of Pat Bev would rub off on Pat Will in the tail end of last season.
That's what I wanted.
Got to bring that dog out.
You know, I don't know what it is, guys. Maybe it's just his nature. But you know, after 3-4 years, that, in my opinion, that's just what the player is. If he hasn't shown the tenacity to go to the next level. Yeah. Which, you know, I thought that he was going to make a move when he made the comment in one interview last year when he said, you know, I have everything it has to be a superstar. I don't know if you guys remember that comment. Yeah. I'm like, okay. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go and let's see what he can do. What is he going to do the next couple games?
Yeah. Our guy AK in the comments said Kendall needs to take P. Will, show him how to box, and bring out the paw on him.
Yeah.
I don't hate that idea at all. But you know, speaking of some of these young Bulls kids that we're trying to believe in to take that next step, like you were saying, Kendall, what is needed to take that next step? We've touched on Pat. Would you like to take this opportunity on our platform to officially apologize to Lauri Markkanen, someone else that Dave and I believed in all the way?
Oh yeah. I came for my apology from Kendall.
NBA All-Star, also NBA's Most Improved Player Award this past season.
No, because let me tell you, Kendall.
Every night to how Kendall said, Lauri, he doesn't have it.
The amount of shit I took from Kendall Gill, from that whole crew, from all of them, the amount of crap I took, Kendall, boy, he would just laugh at me. Just laugh at me, boy, when it went down, though. When it went down this
but
year,
that's, I think, what a lot of Bulls fans fear about Patrick.
Yeah.
Or Kobe before they re-sign him and brought him back is we don't want to see these guys that the Bulls draft and fail to develop blossom somewhere else.
Especially number 4 pick.
Okay. Yeah. Look, I'm not going to apologize. Okay? Because I was right.
Man after my own heart.
Listen. I'm not going to apologize because I was right. He didn't have it when he was here with the Bulls. He didn't have it. Okay? But he goes to Cleveland. Then he goes to Utah, and he finds himself. Okay? So the thing is, you were right.
Thank you, Kendall.
About him being in Utah.
Yes,
you were right, and he actually played well in Cleveland as well.
He did. He found himself.
But this was not the place for him.
I agree with that.
Okay,
I agree with that.
This was not the place for him. So I'm happy for Lauri. I'm glad that he got a chance to go out there and become an all-star, most improved player. I mean,
all-star starter.
Yeah, I thought he did great. Listen,
starter.
There were many times that I thought that he was going to be what he was last year for this franchise.
Yeah.
But he just wasn't able to put it together. This was just not the place for him.
Do you think, so long as this core of Zach, DeMar, and Vooch, 3 veterans who are getting the primary number of touches and shots on a nightly basis, do you think that hinders Pat's ability to find that version of himself here in a Bulls jersey?
No.
No?
No. You know, this guy by the name of Cedric Sabalas was an all-star that had no plays called for him. Okay, back when I played, averaged 20-something points a game, became an all-star. They never ran plays for him. Pat Will, if he wanted to, even with no plays run for him, could dominate. All he has to do is go get the rebound off the glass and bring it down himself. Who's going to stop him? Okay, when you're doing that 80% of the time like LeBron does. Okay, he's the same size as LeBron.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 pounds lighter.
Yeah,
but still, he's of that ilk.
Yeah.
All right, and now, why don't he just, hey, listen, I'm posting up, pass me the basketball. Okay? What if you demand it? That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
I want that. I would love to see
it
that.
so bad.
What if your offensive rebound?
Yes.
Okay?
The rebounding definitely.
And look, these are the things that I teach my son. If you're playing with a bunch of selfish players, okay, I'm not saying that the Bulls are selfish players, but say, for instance, you can't get the basketball. Or in his case, when he was playing AAU, he's playing with a bunch of selfish players. Guys are just trying to showcase themselves. You go, you get the basketball off the glass, you push it, you bring it yourself, you look for your scoring. If you don't have your scoring, you bring it out, you reset the offense. Also, you can get baskets by stealing the basketball, okay? You get out on a fast break yourself. Now, the third thing you do, you offensive rebound. These are the tricks that you have to know if there's no plays being called for you. You make your own offense. Patrick Williams is talented, beyond talented enough to do the things that I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that's one thing we were talking about. We'll be hoping with Torrey Craig that he could come in and do push him, because Torrey Craig definitely got that dog in him.
Yeah,
and
he does.
if he sees an opportunity to start, he's going to try to take it.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
so
he is.
that's why I want him to push Patrick in that practice. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully that helps.
That's right. I hope it does as well, man.
Yeah.
Sadly, we are out of time. Yeah. We could chat with Kendall all day long.
All day long.
Even if
I can hear him tell me I'm right.
Yeah, you got that. That was satisfying. Everybody in the comments, if you haven't done so yet, please show us that love. Show Kendall the love. Hit that thumbs up button before you head out of here. Yeah. You can follow Kendall on Twitter for all of his Bulls takes, Kendall G13. Also, if you want that fire Silver Fox content on Instagram at official Kendall Gill, trust me, it'll just make your day randomly out of the blue when you see him and those fine older gentlemen hanging out with him.
Clean.
Fresh as hell.
Clean.
Big Dave, as always, is at Pal BNWL Sports on Bulls_Pack. Shout out and thanks to our pal producer, Steven, for rocking the controls today. Will the Go Gottlieb will be back tomorrow with our guy Mark K for a fresh Bulls HQ to round out your week and lead you into the weekend. Shout out and thanks to today's sponsors, including Sunnyside. Get yourself situated for a summer Friday tomorrow at your nearest Sunnyside dispensary. Kendall, appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate you guys having me over in the Bat Cave. You cannot find this place, all right? So do not try to find it. They gave me the address, and I still couldn't find it. Okay? This is the secret. This is a secret location over here.
Primo guests only. All the riffraff we keep out by making it hard to find.
That's right.
All right, y'all. That's it for me, a Big Dave, this week. We will talk to y'all next Monday. Have a great weekend, Bulls Nation. Thanks for tuning in. As always, much love. See you, Red. Be good.
Peace.